I'm just at the right side of the property, at the very rear back unit, and I'm working my way initially down this pit box here. As we can see, the pit box is cracked and broken and requires replacement. And as we can see too, there are large roots here at the base of the pit box, at the base of the pit. Okay, so as we can see, we've got those large roots there, and we'll try and work our way down through the outlet. Okay, we do have a layer of sediment and dirt here at the outlet as we work through. Drain itself appears okay. Hopefully, yep, we can work past that. Okay, so we're past that build-up of sediment now and dirt. The drain itself appeared okay to that point. It looks like we've actually got a large single root actually running through along the right side of this drain as well, which had ingress from the pit. Okay, so we do appear to have some root ingress at a join at 3.55 metres. We're at a depth of 52 centimetres. We are directly below dirt and gravel, and we are 3 metres toward the front from the right rear corner of the building, and approximately 700 millimeters to the right of the right side. Okay, so I'm not sure if I just went over that, but just to reiterate, we are 3 meters toward the front of the building from the right rear corner, and 70 centimeters to the right of the building from the right side. We're at a depth of 52 centimeters and we are below gravel. Okay, so we've got another build-up of rocks and gravel here. It looks as though we may have further root ingress at this next join as well. I'll just see if I can work past this. Okay, we've got a lot of build-up actually in this drain. Okay, so I've worked to 4.75 metres. Unfortunately, that route appears too well established. It's got a build-up. There's actually a build-up on the route. I can work over this section, but unfortunately I hit the route here and I'm unable to work past this point. Okay, so I pushed past that first section where we had the build-up. Unfortunately, I can't push past this point here at 4.67 metres. That tap route working through from the pit is just too well established. It's unfortunately I'm unable to push further past this point. I'll just mark this location as the furthest point in the drain that I've managed to work to. Just as a note, I've retracted the camera, but where the camera was unable to push further. We're basically 4 metres toward the front of the property from that right rear corner, and we're about 80 centimetres from the right side of the home, of the building. I've just made an access hole at near the base of the downpipe, which is at the right side of the building, just outside from Unit 3. Okay, that's just a bit of dirt build up, I believe, on that join. That's okay. Okay, we do have some root ingress here at 1.55 metres on a join. Before I mark this location, I'll actually just check the condition of the rest of the drain before we mark just this location only. Okay, so we've offset around. Okay, we have some root ingress here as well at 2.67 metres. Okay, we're approximately 1.5 metres from the right side of the building. We're at a depth of 43 centimetres, and we are in line with the back door for the Unit 3 carport. Now this is working, this appears to be working toward the rear of the units. I may have actually worked through and working back rather than forward toward the road, but we'll just continue to work up the drain and just see where it leads. Okay, it looks like we've got more roots coming in on the next join at 3.68 metres. Okay, so I am working toward the rear of the property. I think I may be going upstream. I may have worked up a junction the wrong way from where I entered into the drain, but I'll just continue to work up just to have a look at the condition, working in that direction. Yeah, we've got further root ingress at 4.53 metres also. Okay, and then we've got a huge build-up of gravel again, and then more root ingress at 5.6 metres. We can see root ingress on this joint as well. Basically, we have root ingress all along this drain. It definitely appears that basically the stormwater drain needs to be replaced. The entire drain is compromised on all the joins, and this drain needs to be redone. I'm just at the left side of the building now. We'll reset to 0. There we go. I'm at the left side of the building at the rear of Unit 1. I'm working my way through an access hole I've made in a downpipe at the rear of Unit 1. Ooh, okay, we actually have a broken section of pipe here at 1.09 metres and root ingress at this point. I'll just mark this location. Okay, we're below the concrete driveway for the units. We are approximately 20 centimetres to the left of the left rear corner of Unit 1, and we're at a depth of 40 centimetres. Continue to work down along the drain. Do have some minor root ingress here at 2.3 metres. I'll just mark that location. We are approximately 1.5 metres to the left of Unit 1. We're 46 centimetres below a concrete driveway, and from front to back we're basically in line with the left rear corner of Unit 1. Okay, first junction at 3.3 metres, 3.31 metres appears all okay. Okay, we have a build-up of gravel here at 8.26 metres, and it was working its way back upstream as well into the drain. We have root ingress here at 8.2 metres. I'll just mark this location. I'm at a depth of 60 centimetres. I'm approximately 1.5 metres to the left of Unit 1 and about half a metre toward the rear of the property from the front left corner of Unit 1. And again, we're under their unit driveway. Okay, I've actually worked my way down the curb outlet, which is actually at the left side of the property. It's actually in line with the carport for the neighbour, which is interesting. It's not directly in front of number 2. It's directly in front of the neighbouring property at the left side, which is 32A. It must relate to another street. I'm not 100% certain. But I've just done a location. I'm basically at the other side here of where the camera was unable to go. So I'm going to work my way backwards from here and check out the rest of the drain going back toward the curb outlet. So I'm in 21.81 metres and I'll work my way back to 0 basically. Okay, so now, again, we're working backwards towards the curb. We're actually running, I believe, along the edge of the driveway toward the front of the property, just along that left-hand edge. It looks like we've got potential... Okay, so we've got root ingress here at 19.9 metres. I'll just continue to work back along the drain. We've got root ingress at 19.28 metres. Further root ingress at 18.95. I won't list every single one of these on the report. 17.96. Basically, we've got multiple root ingress. Yep, 16.88. We've got root ingress along multiple joins, basically, heading out toward the curb. That appears okay from there. Okay, so we've had multiple root intrusions back to 14.99 metres, which is basically running along the left side of the driveway in the small gap between the picket fence from the neighbour and the shared driveway there. So I'll continue to work back. Oh, we have a join that's actually okay. Yep, further roots there on that join. 12.74. Further roots and gravel build up on this joint here at 12 point, was it about 12.22, so about 12.4 metres. Further gravel and dirt build up here. Yep, more gravel and dirt built up. Yep, oh, we've got a break here. Yep, at 9.2, it looks like there's actually a break along the pipe there. Yep. Yep, that looked like a crack working its way back through the pipe there. Okay, so working our way up now toward the curb appears okay, but there are multiple breaks. Hang on, let's have a look at that. Yep. Yeah, these appear compromised too, these joins. Yep. So basically, again, we're working our way towards the curb. We're at the curb now. We're, again, the left-hand side section of stormwater line has multiple breaks and root intrusions. Would recommend as well that it be that it probably needs to be relayed, the entire stormwater drain at that left side. Okay, I'm onto the sewerage now. I finished with the stormwater and I'm working my way down an access hole that I've made in the stack at the left side, at the right side of Unit 5, which is the most rear unit. Oh, hang on a moment, hang on. We'll just go back. Apologies, I just needed to reset the numbers, so we'll just work through. Okay, so we're going from PVC to the earthenware now. We have root ingress here at 18 centimetres between the PVC and the earthenware. Okay, so we'll continue to work further. Okay, it looks like we have some roots making their way down and ingressing into the drain here. Okay, that's root actually coming in on the join there at the right side. Okay, I won't mark any locations just yet. We'll just check the condition of the rest of the drain. Okay, that's actually a break and a root intrusion there, so we're at 1.71 metres, break and root intrusion. Okay, we're still right near the stack at this stage. I'll continue working through the drain. We're at a depth of 70 centimetres, but I'll just continue to work down again before we actually go any further. Okay, so that's the junction for the combined line there. Not good. We've got roots on this junction as well, as you can see. I think there may even be a break there at 2.23 metres. Okay, so I'll continue to work past that junction now. Yeah, we can see roots working their way down the drain and along, all through here. Yeah, we have another root intruder join here at 3.81 metres. As we can see, we've got roots working their way down all through this drain. Roots and tails. Yep. Another root intrusion at a join here at 5.75 metres. Okay, we're currently running at a depth of 89 centimetres, and we're basically in the middle of the gravel walkway. It's gravel and it has pavers laid in between the sections of gravel, and we're basically at the right side of the units, and we're about the middle of the path. We are near the bottom of the unit 4 stairs at the right side of the property. Okay, so we have that joint which appears okay. Well, so minor roots coming in through here at 7.59 metres. I'll continue to work through though, we won't mark that, we'll just see how the drain's looking from here. Very minor root at 10.4 as well. Okay, so we have the second junction at 12.5 metres, which appears okay. Oh, we have a third junction here at 12.83 metres, which appears all okay. Okay, it actually looks like we go into PVC from this point. Slight misalignment at the top. I suspect there's Fernco rubber connector used here. The alignment appears okay at this stage, and I don't see any sign of root intrusion into the drain here. Okay, so we have the fourth junction here at 20.78 metres, which appears all okay. Okay, a fifth junction at 21.68 metres, which appears all okay. Sixth junction at 22.58 metres appears all okay. Okay, and then we go back to earthenware at 23.65 metres. Now I've actually marked the locations for both where it reverts to PVC and then where it reverts back, but I'll come back to that. We'll just continue to work down the drain. Okay, we do have some minor root ingress at 27.46 metres. However, I'll continue to work down. I won't mark any locations for that yet. Let's just see how the rest of the drain looks. Okay, I'm sorry, I just had to work back a little bit on the reel. It's becoming quite difficult to push through now. We're quite a ways down, so it's becoming quite difficult to work through. Now, sorry, the numbers will fluctuate a little bit here, but it's just in order to work through. Okay, so we've got another root intrusion here at 28.46 metres. So again, we're at the right side of the building, along the middle of the path, and we're right near the gate to the rubbish bins and gas meters.